Screw for Danny. Get adopted by Papa Chris. He's like, he's even younger than you are. So like, Christian is my young dad. Dude, this needs to happen now.
We need to will it into the universe now.
Please.
Let's go. Time to grind, get inside your mind. Yeah, we working overtime, that's the only way to climb. We gon' make it in our prime, signing on the dotted line, cashing checks left and right, that's the way I'm living life. I feel alive when I got a goal in sight. Chip away, I gotta fight, ain't nobody else in sight. Man,
sorry, I was just watching. I was still watching the SmackDown opening segment. I lost track of time. I fell asleep right when like Roman came out, and then they went to commercial, and then and then it was 20 to 30 more minutes. But anyways, a 40 something plus segment.
Promos opening segment for SmackDown.
Oh God! But
wow.
Right. Anyways,
heavy emphasis on the entertainment and lacking on the wrestling.
I tried to open the joke, but anyways, welcome to Second Rope Marks. I am your host, Allan Awesome, joined always by Richard Ric. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon.
Hello, mate. How are you?
I am great, but that is a little crazy. And like, I saw something on Twitter. It was like, yeah, Braun Breaker's match was like 8 something seconds. It's like, I wonder if like his match was 11 seconds and it got cut down to 8.
Oh my goodness!
But we are not here to talk about Friday Night Bloodline. I mean SmackDown. We are here to talk about Revolution.
King's last match.
Oh yeah, that.
Yes. I have a question on that one, which we will get into, but it's interesting because me and you, we always kind of pick bones on when things become predictable. We have a tendency of being able to call what's going to happen before it happens. And this thing's last match, like, it leads to an obvious conclusion, but there's a what if.
Oh, a what if?
So we'll get into that a little bit later.
We're pondering the question of what if again? Well,
indeed.
I will say, I think it was confirmed in the little press conference for Revolution that Papa Khan did yesterday that the main event will be, in fact, Sting and Darby versus the Young Bucks.
As it should be.
As it fucking should be.
Yes.
But let's break down the rest.
Excuse me. Oh, it's late here. Yes, let's break it down.
Last night it was added. There was a pre-show, 0-hour pre-show match. I have a feeling they might add at least one, maybe two more after tonight's Collision taping or pre-taping.
Maybe one more. Maybe
one more. And I feel like they kind of hinted at it yesterday on Rampage. But right now, the 0-hour pre-show is Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale being accompanied by Big Stokely Hathaway versus Julia Hartz and Scab.
Yeah, now Stokes cost Statlander the win on Dynamite by distracting her, by trying to get her to cheat. So a little bit of dissension in the ranks, so to speak, with that little unusual threesome there with Stats, Willow, and Stokes.
I like it, though.
Yeah, it's interesting. I do see Hart and Sky Blue coming away with the win here. And it'll be Stokely's fault.
Yes. Another match I think might be added to the pre-show could be Angelo Parker and Ruby Soho versus Saraya and her newly elite brother, something Knight. I can't remember his name. Zachary Knight.
Is Zach all elite, is he?
It was announced last week, I think. Last week or two.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Or at least
well, there you go.
at least one of those little like building up contracts. But yeah, Saraya, I guess, like in a backstage segment was like, my brother is all elite. But last night they attacked Angelo Parker. No. That could be added.
Yeah.
But that's all I think about the 0 hour. Like I said, they could add. Like I said, there's only one match right now, but they could add one, maybe two more. You never know with AEW because they like to do their pay-per-views long.
They do indeed. Yes.
Sunday. That can just be tonight. Although I'm working tonight, but like
I got to watch it on a Monday evening.
Yeah,
like, so it's gonna be a late one.
All right, we're good. No particular order. The main card is gone. FTR versus the BCC, Don Claudio and Jonathan Moxley.
This is a sleeper match. This could steal the show.
Nope, it's not. I mean, it's gonna be very good, but there's another match that's gonna steal the show.
Yeah,
I
know.
It ain't that.
FTR need the win more than Blackpool Combat Club.
They kind of do.
Yeah, they do.
They kind of do.
Especially if a certain egotistical EVPs win the tag title, which we'll get into later. It'll set up FTR versus the Bucks.
I'm sorry. If
again, we'll get into it.
We'll
get into it.
But this match is going to be great. It was already great for that 20-minute time limit draw that they had. I can't explain. Like, I used to be the hater of tag team matches. I couldn't stand it. If I had a chance to fast forward a tag team match, I would fast forward it.
And that's because it's been ingrained into you from WWE that they don't care about tag matches.
Yeah, they still don't. they still don't. But FTR, I swear to God, has just changed that. And I love FTR. I love tag team matches. It's wrestling. It's great.
Yeah.
These four people are just epitome of wrestling.
Yeah.
Dax, Cash, Claudio, Moxley. And with that being said, I'm going with Claudio Moxley.
Yeah, fine. That's all good. Each person brings something different to this match. You've got the violence of John Moxley. You've got the strength of Claudio. And then you've got the old school tag team psychology of FTR. So each member is going to bring something different. And I'm really looking forward to this.
Yes, no filter today. I don't care.
No, go for it.
Not hiding it. It's a pen. Relax.
You're a grown-ass man.
Yes. So, the next match on this website I'm looking, this is your show stealer. William Ospreay versus Konosuke Takeshita.
United Empire, baby.
I posted this summer. I can't remember. But I said, the fact that we get to see Will fucking Ospreay on our TVs every week, hopefully, fucking rules. Now, and just wait until Wednesday.
This is going to be interesting because Will Ospreay has never been on episodic wrestling TV show. He's been in New Japan. Now, they do tours. They don't do episodic TV shows. So they'll do, a 10-day tour leading up to an event. And then they'll have a break for a couple of weeks. And then they'll do another tour. So at the moment, they're in the middle of doing their the New Beginnings tour. They've just finished in Sapporo. Will Ospreay finished in I'm not sure the city, but he just had the 10-man tag dog cage match, which was brutal. I don't know if you saw it. It was 64 minutes of ungodly violence. It was just it was something else.
I'll get to it.
Yeah.
I've seen highlights. I really do want to finish it.
So Ospreay is going to be watered down a touch on TV because there's no way he can go his 20, 30-minute pace every week.
No.
He's going to have to be smart with his body.
Yeah.
That being
I
said,
feel like this match though, he's gonna
oh yeah, he's gonna him and Takeshita are gonna absolutely burn the house down. It's gonna be amazing. I loved Ospreay's promo talking about looking like Kermit the Frog done leg day, mate. Bruv, innit? He's so funny. I'm originally from England. I live in Australia now, but his accent would just really eat into me, and I'd be like, did I used to talk like that as a teenager? And evidently, yeah, I did. I used to talk like that as a teenager, and it's growing on me now, and I do like him. I love him as a performer. He was hands down 2023 Wrestler of the Year.
Hey, pipe down, bro. Pipe down, bro. Let me finish. With that, I'm going Ospreay. Although I do think Takeshita needs something.
Takeshita needs a win, but you can't bring Ospreay in and have him lose.
Yeah.
If he loses, it's because the Callis family screws him.
That's another thing. I'm sick of the Callis family. I really don't care anymore.
It's a nothing family now. It's got Takeshita, Hobbs. Carl Fletcher's been having visa issues, so he hasn't been able to get over into the States. Mark Davies, I'm sure he's recovered from his broken wrist. So this doesn't take that long to recover from a broken wrist.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, that was the cat.
yeah.
So
your wrist was broken a while ago.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, he's obviously he's still a tag team partner with Fletcher, so surely he'd be in the family, right?
Yeah. Whatever. No. It's stale. It's played out. But you did mention that, like, Will hasn't had that experience of a weekly episodic TV.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But there is sadly one person who can teach him about it because he kind of did it this past Wednesday with Atlantis Jr. That's Chris Jericho. And you know what? I posted this in another wrestling group, but we were this close. This fucking close. A week away from having an AEW pay-per-view without Chris Jericho.
First time ever, I believe, as well.
This fucking close. I'm just being very critical on him. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. Sting is 60-something, and he's a better in-ring performer than your 50 or 40-something. I'm just kidding. I
was going to say, that is a stretch. Now, that obviously will segue into what was the Meat Madness match. Now it's 8-man All-Star.
The All-Star. All-Star Scramble.
Yeah, and it's not an All-Star Scramble. This match is designed for Wardlow to be the number one contender.
Like, I'll get into that in a new segment.
Dante Martin is not an all-star. He's a phenomenal prodigy. Not a problem.
Oh,
Magnus.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, spoiler alert, people. Well, if you haven't watched Collision. Magnus, CMLL, he's in the match. Okay, great. Don't know who he is. Lance Archer hasn't been relevant since AEW freaking started. He was better in New Japan when he was throwing chairs at fans. Will Hobbs, again, not an all-star. It's an excuse to get a lot of people on the pay-per-view. I mean, is the match going to be good? I think it would have been good if they had maybe 5 or 6, but 8 wrestlers is just going to be a hot mess. It's going to be very hard to keep track of, and it's just a vehicle to show how dominant Wardlow is.
Like, when I hear scramble match, I think of, like, that one time or a couple times that, like, WWE did, like, that scramble match was like,
yes,
whoever picked up the victory, or whoever has the victory before the whatever
The
25
timer.
minutes is over,
Yeah.
is all wins, which I
Yeah.
don't mind.
I love that concept.
That concept was pretty cool.
The
But
Brian Kendrick
yes.
was technically WWE champion.
Yeah.
But he got pinned towards the end of that scramble match and didn't actually have possession of the belt.
Yep.
But
Yes.
I digress.
You alluded to this. This was the formerly known as the Meat Madness match. Keith Lee was supposed to be in it. He's persona non grata, injured, maybe. I don't know.
Illness. I do believe it is health related.
Miro was also supposed to be this, but apparently he got injured back in September and had to get medical attention in January. AKA, I think he's one of the people that doesn't want a job. I've been hearing a lot about that in the back.
Yeah, that's a lot of a lot of chatter about that, and Miro being too big to job to these people. So what do? Just don't book the bastard. I love Miro. I think he is brilliant. But if you think you're too big to do the job for someone, like, what are you even doing?
Yeah, what you're in the wrong fucking business, my dude.
Mm-hmm.
My dude. But yes, I know Wardlow. This is just a showcase for Wardlow. The winner gets a title shot. I don't know if you've heard that. The winner gets a title shot. So I'm going with Wardlow also. But in Allan's new segment, Allan's Wake and Bake segment of the week.
Ooh.
I did tell you that I think this person will show up. I am changing that. I do not think he's going to show up, but there will be hints of this person. And
is he better than us?
Know it.
Indeed. Hints of an MJF sighting. What type of hints are we talking, Al?
Well, Wardlow ran his little me in the mouth and said something about, CM Punk and MJF. I don't know. I just think like
you've got a feeling.
This is the start of his return tour, and what better way to, get some revenge on the forgotten United or whatever the fuck Undisputed
Kingdom
than taking out the person who squashed you when you walked out the first time.
Yeah. I think Cole could also be close to being able to return, potentially. Yeah. And I think that's why Max hasn't been on TV either. It's like, what's the point in having him on TV if he can't, if they can't do the story?
Plus, from what I'm reading, they're looking, I think they trademarked like Dynasty, like AEW Dynasty. And I guess in that press conference for Revolution yesterday, I think he was saying, like, TK was saying, like, he wouldn't mind, like, doing, like, a 9 pay-per-view a year schedule. So we could be getting a new pay-per-view. Maybe it's called Dynasty. I have no freaking earthly idea, maybe. But, because this was spaced out from, what was the last pay-per-view? Full Gear? Or World's End. World's End.
Was that the last pay? Yeah, it was. Yeah, World's End was the last pay-per-view.
Yeah, so we haven't had a pay-per-view in like 3 months. Although February for me felt like a half a year.
Yeah.
But I think we're definitely gonna get maybe a tease, if not just a show up at the next pay-per-view, whatever the fuck it is.
Well, we can't tease the devil again because that's fucking played out.
Oh no. It's just gonna be like a quick playing of like a song or something, like a little mix up of it, or I don't know. It's gonna be something or whatever.
But we will have to wait and see.
Yes, MGF is on the way, and Tony Khan said this Wednesday is going to be very special. I don't know.
Got to take what Tony Khan says as special with a bit of grain of salt because big announcements and special events. I mean, he does deliver when it comes to it. Especially when he drops Easter eggs, he does tend to deliver a little bit. Big business coming up in Boston.
And she did tweet about it too. I guess
She did.
Julia tweeted something and like she's like,
Yeah.
no, I'm all about big business. It's like, all right, bitch, we'll see you the 13th. You don't have to. But no, I guess the forecast next week. I'm taking this from somebody else because I loved it. The forecast this next Dynamite calls for rain. Yeah.
Oh, my arm's missing.
What happened to her? But all right. Yeah, so we're both going with
Wardlow.
Wardlow, who had like the best promo of his career.
Yeah, he did.
Ago. On to Daniel Garcia versus my father, your father, your father, your father, your father, your father, everyone's father, Christian Cage. I'm going with Danny Garcia on this, but I'm going to be very heartbroken for Papa Christian.
So, do we see Adam Copeland? They've written him out. So the concerto, he's now missing from Revolution. He's not performing. Now, logic would dictate, again, logically, Adam Copeland would want revenge on Christian Cage and all this and yada, 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 and win back the title that he only had for, 20 seconds. But, like, does it just not, title's not important now to Copeland? Is it, he'd rather screw him out of the title and help Garcia win, and then that continues the feud with the patriarchy? I'd love to see Danny Garcia with a title that isn't a Ring of Honor title. I think he'd do wonders as a TNT champion. The only drawback we have with multiple face champions is they defend every week and the match is always good, but there's no substance to it. Orange Cassidy, okay, thankfully he's been in a feud with, the Undisputed Kingdom. But when Sammy Garcia had the TNT title the first time when he was a face, there was no direction really. And Cody Rhodes had the title for the first time. There was no direction. It was just being defended for the sake of being defended. At least with Christian Cage as the champion, he's the chicken shit father champion that hides behind his family, that talks about everyone's dead father, and there's actually a storyline to be invested in. Now, we both agree that storyline isn't everything in wrestling. You've got to have a healthy balance of a storyline and solid wrestling. One doesn't work without the other. You can't have an excellent wrestling match that doesn't mean anything. You can't have an excellent storyline with a piss poor match. So I'd love to see Danny Garcia win the title. I just don't think he'll do anything meaningful with it if he does.
I hear you. So you think he's going to get screwed out of this? By Edge? Or Adam?
Garcia gets screwed? Or no, I think Christian Cage will get screwed by Adam Copeland.
I see. Part of me wants Danny Garcia to win this. Part of me doesn't, obviously. And like another part of me thinks that like Adam's gonna screw Christian. But what if Adam screws Danny?
Oh, that'd be a swerve for the sake of a swerve, bro.
Exactly.
It would make 0 sense.
Would it though? He'd be like, "Yo, you almost beat me. Like, you almost took my title shot away from me. Like I wanted my revenge on Christian." And then, I don't know. Or out of the blue, who's been by his side this whole Continental Classic?
Oh, Daddy Magic.
What if Daddy Magic screws over Danny?
See, that could happen. You're not
going to take this from me, but
Killswitch could screw Christian Cage over.
That's also a possibility.
Adam Copeland isn't going to screw Danny Garcia over and join the patriarchy. Like, if that's what you were on about, because he's been concertoed. Although it would be funny, it would make 0 sense, but it kind of would make sense. Adam Copeland never knew his father. What if Christian Cage adopted him?
I know at one point, Adam, we were brothers, but now, Adam, let me be your father.
Oh, you know what? It would be so stupid. But I would be here for it. I would totally be here for it.
Oh man, could you? I want that. That's what came to my mind. I'm like, screw for Danny. Get adopted by Papa Chris. He's like, he's even younger than you are. So like, Christian is my young dad, dude. This needs to happen now.
We need to will it into the universe now.
Please.
But, move on.
But that is gonna get a lot of use. Up next. So I don't know. I guess I don't know. That's a valid point. It's a good point. You kind of changed my mind on that. I kind of want that to happen now.
Well, it wouldn't make sense because he's been concertoed unless he uses that as discipline.
Like, you know what? Like,
you stepped out of line.
That concerto knocked something loose into me. You know, like, you know what? You're right, Christian. I need a father figure. Are you my daddy? Like, that'd be great. You know what? I'm going Christian Cage. Fuck you, Danny Garcia. Fuck you. Sorry.
Oh, what are you even doing here?
Sorry, bud. No, that's.
Oh God.
Like,
we're gonna get kicked off. We're gonna get for all the viewers, all the sevens of viewers that we get. We're gonna get so much hate.
The singles and single digits of your fans. Up next, Timeless Toni Storm versus Deonna Purrazzo. This might be the shortest match of the night, probably. You're looking at all these matches and you're like, God damn, Sunday night, like, fuck, this is gonna take.
Yeah, they don't tend to do short matches on pay-per-views, but what AEW do tend to do is bring in a new female talent and hype them up, give them a title shot, and have them lose.
Yeah.
Literally all the time. Every WWE wrestler that's come through has had a title shot early on and lost, pretty much. Athena is now in fucking Ring of Honor. Ruby Soho kept losing every championship opportunity she had.
She's killing it, though, in Ring of Honor. She's like carrying that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, it's Ring of Honor behind the paywall that nobody really watches, unfortunately. So I don't see Deonna Purrazzo being any different. And if she does win, again, where do you go? Does she feud with Mariah May? Does Mariah May screw Toni Storm over because Toni Storm hasn't been showing Mariah May any attention? There is a lot of ways that they could go with this, but I think it's not time to take the title off Toni Storm yet.
No. Yeah, save the Mariah May backstab for later. You know what? Yep. I wish they did make ROH like, get rid of Rampage. Put ROH on Friday.
Yeah. I'd watch that.
I want to see the complete downfall of Dalton Castle. I don't want to have to watch like 2-minute clips of it on YouTube. I feel so bad for Dalton. I really do.
I feel bad for the boys. What do you reckon's happening to them right now?
I know. He's piqued my interest in ROH, and that's all I want to watch is stuff about Dalton. He makes me care again. I love Dalton.
Yeah. Oh, I love him so much.
Go eat your warm cheese. He's got no boys. He doesn't have the boys.
I'll volunteer to be one of the boys.
I would totally be a boy. I would totally be the boy. But yeah, Toni Storm. And bro, my theory. Like, I just want, it's not going to happen yet, but like Toni Storm needs to get screwed over by Mariah May for this. What's going on with my goddamn camera? Mariah May needs to screw over Toni Storm for the title. She needs to be like, Toni Storm needs to be going through like a major breakdown wallowing through the halls in the back, and who does she stumble upon? Dalton Castle, who's also wandering and stumbling around with warm cheese. I've said this
You have.
months ago that
Could you imagine that interaction
Tony,
backstage?
oh
It
my
would be
God.
hilarious.
Like it's all like set like and he puts his side of the screen as black and white because he's so sad, like with Tony, and it's just like it's a reverse effect of Dorothy going into Oz, but reverse it where it's like going from black to white to color, except going from
Yeah.
color to black and white.
Could see Dalton walking around backstage with his warm cheese in Technicolor, and then he kind of walks into Tony Storm's shot, and it's all black and white, and then they just have a breakdown together.
You lost your title. I lost my boys, and then magic.
Yes.
AEW every week, Collision every
Story
week.
of the year. Story of the year.
Hire me to get. I want to write this story. This is the only story I want to write. I want to just.
Yep.
Dalton and Tony's down.
You know what? Write the story and then just email it to AEW and see if it gets picked up.
It's a good fucking idea. I think I'm gonna call out work tonight just to do this.
Nice.
Really, what is going on with this fucking camera? Sorry, I don't know. It's my camera. Up next, the Continental Crown. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of fucking matches. The Continental Crown. You know what? We'll get to that because I have some theories about that. We're gonna go to the AEW International Championship because I forgot about that too. Orange Cassidy against Roderick Strong.
Roddy wins this. He has to. I'm an Orange Cassidy fan. I love Orange Cassidy, but this whole story would be fucking nothing if Roddy doesn't come away with the title.
Yeah, like I know what you mean because I totally forgot the name of the fucking group. So like, you know, they need something. Everything okay? Do you have to go?
I'll let you know. Just gonna say.
Yeah, just gonna let me know. And yeah, I can take it from here. But yeah, I see Roddy Strong, you know, doing it, winning it. I love OC. I'll never.
Poor guy needs a break.
He really does. He's the Moxley of this like past like few months.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Orange, can you just go fight a bunch of people? Go.
Yeah. Okay.
Whatever, dude. I'm there. But yes, Roderick Strong. Okay, now back to the Continental Crown Championship. I don't know if this means all three. Like I told you privately, I was 78% sure I heard Excalibur say all three titles are on.
My understanding is the Continental Crown is just the name of the AEW title that's being held because you have a New Japan Open, New Japan Strong Openweight Championship, and you have the ROH World Championship and AEW. So there's three promotions that are being represented. So I think the Continental Crown title is just the AEW. I'm just seeing now, actually, to see if it says anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. Because like I said, I thought I saw that like
so AEW. Yeah, so according to Wikipedia, it is for all three titles.
Knew it.
And if Danielson loses, he has to shake Kingston's hand. Danielson has to win.
I think that's either way. Either way, either win or lose, he has to shake Kingston's hand.
I think Danielson has to win this match because Danielson has lost every single title match he's had since being in AEW.
And like I know he's on his end of the career tour. And you really gonna tell me that like you're not gonna give him a title? He doesn't want a title in AEW.
Gave Sting a title for crying out loud.
Yeah. Like what?
Yeah. Like Danielson doesn't need a title, but could you imagine Danielson as big bat? Well, he's not big, but the bad bully holding 3 titles.
Of three different promotions.
Yeah. What better way to go on a retirement? Yeah. What better way to go on a retirement tour is friggin' hit all these promotions. Go to New Japan Strong. Go to New Japan. He's already been in New Japan. Wrestle on Ring of Honor TV. Boom. Do it.
He'll do it until, to quote somebody whose wheels fell off a long time ago, I'm going to do it until the wheels fall off. But those wheels fell off at Brawl Out. You need to pack it in, bud. But yes, I think Bryan Danielson, put it down, bud. Will come out on top.
Yeah.
Now for the co-main events. Oh, do you think we'll see any surprises, or are they just going to save it for weekly television?
The surprises will come at Big Business. I don't see any.
And next week.
Yeah, potentially. I don't see any new signings coming in to be a surprise, and I don't see any returns unless Kenny Omega has made a miraculous recovery from his diverticulitis.
No, but at least he's like making appearances for like video games and stuff.
Yeah,
like he was just gone from everything, but now seeing him kind of like on like X/Twitter, like it's like okay, he's okay right now. I miss Ken. Yeah. I really do.
I do. He hasn't been. I don't think he's been utilized as well as he should have been, but that could be down to him being an EVP and not wanting to take much of the spotlight.
Could you imagine like he's the surprise on Wednesday? Like it's like a swerve. It's like, like here's your surprise. It's Kenny Omega back, which would be awesome.
Yeah.
And then the minute he starts talking like, hey, I'm back, you hear cha-ching.
Instant boner.
Once again, 6 to midnight, real quick. Could you, once again, Tony Khan, I can help. I have all these crazy ideas in my head thanks to Mary Jane. Like that's all I do. I'm just like, you know what? That'd be a great angle. That'd be a good story.
I'd love to see Omega Okada one more time at Wembley.
One more time. Could you imagine this fucking all-in card? You already got Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay is already locked in for all in. Who is he gonna face?
Yeah.
I'll get to that next match. Because the next match is the 3-way for the World Heavyweight title. Whose house? Swerve's. Swerve versus Paige versus Joe.
Title's not going anywhere.
It's not.
It's not going anywhere. Too early to take it off Joe at the minute. Yeah, Hangman is in this match to eat the pin. They need to keep Swerve strong.
Or to screw over to make sure maybe Hangman's mission in this match is to not win the title, but to make sure that Swerve doesn't win the title.
Yeah, I just think they need to keep Swerve strong. I reckon Swerve has the match won, and he has Paige beat, but Samoa Joe throws Swerve out, and Hangman gets choked out or something.
This is a tough one because I love all 3 of these guys, and if you could just like split that title into 3, that would be great. Have them all be champion. Like I'm loving this heel Hangman Adam Page.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Swerve has been phenomenal this past year and a half. And like even Tony Khan said that like he wanted to sign Swerve when they started AEW.
Yeah.
But he was already signed to WWE and then went nowhere over there. Nowhere. Look at this fucking guy. He's a heel, but he's getting cheered.
He's money. He even said in his promo, he's like, I broke into a man's house and threatened to assault his infant son. And we're all like, yeah, he did.
Do it. Fuck that kid up.
Kane Dewey.
Dewey.
Joe wins
I'm
this.
going with Joe. It's gonna be a very fun match. I love them. I love all of them. I love Lamp.
All right, main event time, baby. Main event time.
Tag team match, Texas Tornado match. Sting and Darby Allin defend the titles against the Young Bucks. There will be multiple shenanigans. This match, Sting and Darby have said they are going to lay it all on the line for this match.
Yeah, and I believe them. They're going to go out on their shields. Now, I mentioned this on X, Twitter. Now, logic would dictate, and Sting is old school. Sting knows his territory days and everything else. When you are leaving a company, when you are retiring, you go out on your back. You take the 3 count, 1, 2, 3. You say your goodbyes. You're done. See you later. Not a problem. That is what theoretically should happen. And the Bucks get the title, and all is wrong with the world in regards to that.
Great.
The Bucks would be fantastic as heel champions. It's like it'll be great. But Tony Khan has treated Sting with so much respect in his booking and everything that he's let Sting do. Sting is undefeated in AEW. He hasn't had any singles matches. He's only done tags, and he is undefeated in the 3 years he's been with AEW. This is going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina. No, it's not. Greensboro, sorry. Thank you, Greensboro. This is it's Sting country.
And Flair country.
And Flair. Oh, fuck Flair. Don't even get me started. Will AEW have Sting go out on top as champion and then retire the belt, and then they just do a tag team tournament to crown new champions? Will they let Sting retire as a champion?
No.
No?
No.
It would be shitty if they did. It'll be great for Sting, and it'd be a great feel-good moment. Sting wins his last match. Confetti falls from the sky. Drums play, organs play, and hugs are had. Ric Flair has a heart attack.
Please.
Everything is right with the world. But are you really going to go off the air with nuclear heat on the Bucks for pinning Sting? Interesting.
I think that's what they want. I think.
Oh, it's totally how the storyline should go.
You know they're gonna get shitted on if that happens. Oh, the Young Bucks use their power to get the tag team titles off of these EVP dickheads. Yes, they did, and it's gonna be glorious. Yes,
storyline wise, yes, they did. But Young Bucks have so much respect for Sting.
They do.
And at the end, they changed the business. I don't understand the hate on the Bucks. I've written an article on it, and that article got so much hate, and I got so much hate. And it's modern wrestling. We're not in the 80s and 90s anymore. We're not in the racist, slums of Southern wrestling and WWE and everything else. It's theatrical, athletic, gymnastic drama, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. And so if people think of the Bucks as these spot monkeys and these egotistical brats that only look out for themselves, then why not lean into it? Why not go that way with the storyline? It's a tried and tested fucking way of getting heat. Vince McMahon done it in the late 90s after he screwed Brett. He's like, okay, you want to paint me as the villain? He made Mr. McMahon. So.
Yes.
Fucking hell, dog.
Moxley. I think.
So.
I think Young Bucks take it though. I really do.
Yeah, logically, in my head, Young Bucks take it. In my heart, I would like to see Sting go out as a winner, and that would be true of how Tony Khan has booked him, which is the only reason why I'm kind of on the fence with it. Because for all storyline purposes, the Bucks should win. Sting retires. He's gone off into the sunset.
You know what'd be cool to see? It's like different, I guess you can kind of say the Taylor Swift Eras tour, but like with Sting. Like, say for like instance, the match starts and he's like coasting. Then like he gets injured and has to get taken to the back, comes back and he's got like Surfer Sting. You know what I mean? And then that person gets injured, and then you got Joker Sting. It just keeps coming back. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, that would be
a long
very
match,
hard
though.
to do.
That's gonna be a long match.
It would be, and it won't be a long match. Sting's not going to be able to do a very long match. So I think this will be a sub 15-minute match
for the main event.
Sub 15 minutes of pure chaos. There'll be an epic balcony dive from somewhere through a bunch of tables.
Can I just say, I about shit myself in nervousness when I was watching Dynamite with my wife, and I was like, I think they're gonna bring him down for the Raptors. I was like, I don't want that to happen, but I think they're gonna bring him down for the Raptors.
Yeah.
2 minutes later, I was like,
now, this is just a bit of a gripe, and this is me kind of poking holes, like there's plot holes here. Why would Sting let Darby Allin get the shit kicked out of him?
Right? I was thinking that too.
For 5 minutes just to rappel down. It's like, Darby, you go out and get beaten up with a baseball bat while I propel down from the ceiling. Wouldn't they have Darby go to the ring as Sting's coming down? Like, Sting poor Darby could have been maimed. That to me made no sense.
I did read that he had to get like Martha Hart's like approval for that. For the match thing. Yeah. I don't blame him. Yeah. Honestly, I really don't. I was like, please don't bring him down for the Raptors. It was cool. Not gonna lie, it was fucking awesome. It was just like the 90s all over.
Sting always used to do it, so I don't think he was doing it after Owen Hart fell as well, I think. So I don't think Sting would have had any issues. I'm not too sure. It was a very long time ago. But
that's a deep dive. I don't know, but I'm going with Young Bucks. It's gonna be awesome. I feel like the Young Bucks win, and then like you just see like Darby like help up Sting at the end, and then like it ends with like a standing ovation. He just goes, "Showtime's over, folks," and then that's it. I'm sure somebody will
sunset.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody will post like a post-match thing on whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be one hell of a night tomorrow, and I am quite excited, honestly.
Yes. Oh, we better wrap this up because little one's waking up.
Well, that's it for our Revolution thing. As always, you can like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Any help would do, please. We're just bullshitting about wrestling. That's all we do. As always, you can follow us on Twitter, Second Rope Marks, Allan Awesome, Richard Othan. We are on Spotify. Download, play over and over and over again. Give us a 5-star review. 5-star review. That's it.
That is it, my friend.
We'll
for another episode
next week.
Enjoy Revolution, everybody.
Yes.
Let us know what you think.
The Revolution. See you guys later. Bye, everybody.